Welcome back to Story in 5 Pages. If you're new here, this segment is called Ask Story in 5. It's where we, certified life coaches, offer potential solutions to some of life's everyday problems. Today's dilemma is called My Brother is Awful.
My brother is horrible. I don't even know where to begin. He is the youngest of seven, and he's mean, vindictive, and just overall unbearable. He tries to say the meanest things he can think of to hurt people's feelings and will do unspeakable acts behind the scenes to try and sabotage anything someone else has going on. He's the kind of person who never apologizes. But when he's done being angry about a situation, he buys you a gift and thinks everything should be back to normal. He lives with our dad, and the way my dad's evening goes depends on the day my brother had at work. If he had a good day at work, everything is fine. But if he had a bad day, then he comes home with the worst attitude. We all walk on eggshells around him because anything can set him off. You never know what will set him off. Everyone can be joking and suddenly he's mad, cussing, or trying to start a fight. My dad doesn't like for anyone to correct my brother or argue with him. He just says, "Oh, I don't pay him any attention." I've even tried to invite Dad to one-on-one outings with just me and him. But every time he shows up, he brings my brother with him. And before you know it, peace is out the window. Every family gathering ends in a dumpster fire because my brother gets mad that the kids are too loud, someone ate the piece of pie he wanted, or any other non consequential happening that you can think of. With the holidays coming up, I'm just not in the mood anymore. I would love to spend this time with my father and my other siblings and their families, but I'm just not looking forward to the tension that's always present when my brother is around. And he is always at the family functions because we meet at our dad's house, and my brother lives with him. So, should I overlook him and go, or should I sit it out this year?
Protect your peace. It's that simple. If you always leave from a family gathering feeling bad, there's no point in going. I always say I would never walk on eggshells unless I put them on the ground at home, and that was my full intention. You're blessed to have a place you can go to escape the madness, so just stay there. I know it's sad and disheartening because family is supposed to be supportive, and you should feel good when you're around them. However, that's not always the case. Unfortunately, your dad will have to learn the hard way that everyone else cannot, should not, and does not even want to just tune out your brother like he does. And fingers crossed that your brother doesn't have to find out the hard way that no one will overlook him like your dad does. People seem to rely heavily on mess around and find out these days. But that's besides the point. I'm sure it's scary that he lashes out like that because you never know when his anger might shift and become violent. What if he lashes out and hurts your dad? I'm sure these are all concerns you have. Have you tried voicing your concerns about escalation to your father? How did he respond? Let's take a step back and try to look at it from your dad's perspective because I think that maybe this might help ease some of the disappointment that you may feel with your dad, since it seems he always sides with your brother. What has been the relationship dynamic between your dad and your brother? Is there a possibility that something has happened for which your dad feels responsible for your brother's behavior pattern? Is your brother's behavior something new, or has he acted this way since he was a kid? One thing your dad may be thinking about is the fact that no one else will put up with your brother, and he doesn't want him to end up alone, so he just deals with it. He knows that no one else will deal with his behavior, and he doesn't want to abandon his son. Maybe your dad feels that by keeping your brother close and placating him, he's keeping your brother's behavior at bay so that it doesn't escalate. Perhaps your dad is afraid that if he puts your brother out or goes against your brother for someone else in the family, that your brother will lash out even more and become violent. Do you have children? How would you keep the peace between one and the rest of them? Your dad is not you, and obviously he has a different way of handling certain situations. But if you have any ideas, perhaps you could share them with your dad and see what he says. If he's not open to any of those ideas, then just accept things for how they are. Try to steal moments with your dad here and there when your brother isn't around. I know you say you try to invite him places and he always invites your brother. But if your brother has a job, try to go visit your dad while your brother's at work. Or if you know your brother's going on vacation, or if he's going to be out for the day, if he has an appointment, anything, try to sneak over and visit your dad and leave before your brother returns. Also, try to visit your other relatives at their own homes. Have you discussed this problem with your other siblings? How do they feel? Maybe you should enlist the help of a psychologist and suggest family counseling for your dad and other siblings to try to come up with a plan of intervention. Left unchecked, this situation won't get any better. For immediate relief, though, perhaps you could have a small gathering with you and your other siblings without the problematic brother. If you think your dad can keep a secret, then of course, by all means, invite him. However, if you do this, it will take the full commitment from everyone. Otherwise, it could spiral into a dumpster fire. It might seem wrong, but unfortunately for this situation, you're going to have to get creative. I say this as if it's an easy thing to do, and in my mind, I feel that it can be done with ease. However, I would like for you to have a well rounded perspective, and seeing that I am an only child, I would like to pass this to my co host, who is a sibling and might be able to shed light on how to interact with difficult siblings or navigate difficult situations with a sibling.
Thank you for that. First, let me apologize for you being an only child. In hindsight, I will say that was not very fair to you. So sorry. Now back to our situation before us. I am a sibling, and I have two brothers and four sisters. We grew up with our mom because my father passed away when I was in elementary school. And I don't know what it is about that youngest one, but that's the one that has created plenty of dumpster fires for us. And like Katie said, there's several ways to try to intervene, but ultimately you can only intervene as much as that one person will allow you. That person is uncooperative, the situation will just continue to brew, and eventually it causes too much stress on you. And it's been proven that stress has a direct correlation to illnesses. And that's not what you want for yourself. Your peace, you deserve peace just as much as anyone else. And if in your heart you know you have tried everything else, what you have to do is take yourself out of the equation. What I do, especially with Christmas coming up, because the dumpster fire just gets the biggest when the Christmas tree is lit up. What I do is I visit my other siblings' homes. I drop off gifts. I sit for a while. They may even have their own little Christmas dinner cooked up before ultimately going to our mom. But they know they're not going to see me there the next day. And I even go by my mom when I know she is not there. And I drop off gifts there also. Because my peace is very important. Especially as you start getting older, too much stress is not good for you. Too much stress is not good for anyone at any time. But I think it plays out more on your body and on your mind the older you get. So, as creative as anyone can be, you got to also include that part about taking yourself out of the situation. Not saying that you have to hate your sibling. I'm saying that you have to look out for yourself. And you have to look out for your family members because, children are very impressionable. And when they see this type of scenario playing out again and again, some of them are going to pick up on it. And before you know it, one of them is going to be that one that causes dumpster fire.
Oh no.
We don't want that. Do we?
No.
Well, that's all I have to say.
Oh my goodness, that was beautiful. You should have taken this question. Jeez, I've always wanted a sibling, but these horror stories are making me sick and guessing. If you're an only child, put the relief emoji in the comments. If you love your siblings, then put hearts in the comments. Anybody else have any crazy sibling stories out there? What do you think this person should do? Leave your advice in the comments. As always, be courteous. If you made it to the end of the video, we really appreciate it. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you have a miracle story or other supernatural encounter story that you would like for us to read on our channel, or if you need advice, then send your submission to storyinfivepages@gmail.com. The email will be in the description box. Also, be sure to check out our channel because we have tons more videos like this. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one. Okay, thanks. Bye.